Hello everyone, and welcome back to NYSAC's news video update. Today is day 3 of the Governor's State of the State Address, the 2021 State of the State Address. Today really focused on investing in a new green economy. And again, my name is Ryan Gregoire. I'm the Legislative Director of your association. I'm joined today by our Deputy Director Mark LaVigne, who's going to talk to me a little bit about what the Governor outlined today and how counties are filling in to supplement really the Governor's initiative on advancing some of these new green economy initiatives that he talked about. And really, for our listeners who may have missed the Governor's speech, he outlined 4 key areas that I just want to highlight real quick here. He talked about building a large-scale renewable projects across the state, including in upstate communities, which will have an economic development component to them, creating more jobs in some areas of the state that could really use some of this new kickstart to their local economies. He talked about starting a New York manufacturing process to help build this new infrastructure here in New York State, and then it will be implemented in New York State. He talked about building transmission capacity, increasing the critical infrastructure to deliver power to both downstate communities, Long Island, upstate, and connecting to the areas of the state that will be developing these renewable solar and wind projects. And then lastly, he talked about creating a green energy workforce training program, and certainly there's some interaction at the county level in helping to make that a reality. So with that, before I get into some of what NYSAC's goals are in this upcoming session from a legislative standpoint, Mark, I want to go to you. What's your reaction from the Governor's speech today?
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for the overview. I think what the Governor did today, he's really reaffirmed the state's commitment to a green economy and to greening New York, really. And I think our counties will be largely receptive to what he's put on the table this morning. We have been working with counties for a decade now on projects that are helping them become more sustainable. They're embracing of green communities, another state program that they have been incorporating into their work. Several years ago, a number of counties embraced solar technology and solar projects that are helping to power county facilities. 2 years ago, we created the NYSAC, and counties created the Climate Resiliency Committee that's comprised of a lot of different functions at the county level designed to really take advantage of the green projects that can help counties become more resilient. What does that mean, more resilient? To sustain themselves through the storms that we've had in the last several years, so really severe storms. So that committee continues its work. NYSAC is working with different programs that are helping counties develop an infrastructure that will foster a larger electric car fleet across the state in counties, and also support more electric cars on the road from Buffalo to Albany, and from downstate region all the way to Clinton County and the North Country. So that infrastructure is being built, and that will be being taken advantage of. Counties are really helping to build that infrastructure. Also, a new community solar program that counties are considering to help their residents take advantage of some solar projects. Some of the solar projects that the Governor talked about today to help lower the cost of their energy in their homes. So it's an exciting time. I think a lot of counties will be on board here as we go forward, and we'll continue as we get more details to provide that information to our county officials.
Yeah, it sounds like there's really a lot of interaction between what the Governor outlined today in his State of the State and what the local governments at the county level and our other partners too. We should recognize that they're on the forefront of this as well. How everyone's kind of working together in tandem on this. Mark, you just mentioned the county's efforts to help electrify fleets across the state, incentivize and create an expanded charging network for these electric vehicles as well. One of the bills that NYSAC was really proud to help co-sponsor and champion last year, we'll be doing it again this year, is an expansion of the zero emission vehicle rebate program that the state already has through the Department of Environmental Conservation. This bill would simply increase that rebate for local governments so they're eligible to go out and purchase these electric vehicles, which again goes right into, it speaks right to the narrative that the governor outlined today, which is achieving these climate goals that were included in last year's landmark climate act that was passed in New York State, advancing his priorities that he talked about today. I think there's a lot of connections, which you just addressed, to help counties engage with the state and make this a reality.
And you know, Ryan, we have a new presidential administration coming in that's going to be investing in our green economy.
That's a good point.
And so there'll be funding, I would imagine, from the federal government to the states and to local governments to continue to facilitate these actions.
Certainly. So with that, everyone, I want to thank you again for tuning into day 3 of the State of the State roundup, essentially our NYSAC news video update. Tomorrow we'll bring to you day 4. And Mark, tomorrow the governor has mentioned that he's going to be talking about a public sector redevelopment infrastructure program. So that will certainly have another connection to local county governments. Before we leave, is there anything else that you want to
Just
bring
one
up?
other thing, you know, tomorrow is the last day of the State of the State, and then on Tuesdays, the governor is expected to release his executive budget proposal, where a lot of the details for some of these programs we will learn more about. So look forward to tomorrow, and then I look forward to next week when we'll get some more details on these programs.
Yeah, so stay tuned, everyone. We're going to be bringing you a lot more content in the coming weeks. And thanks again for tuning in.